Choosing the right topic for your podcast is important, as it can have many implications, including things like audience size, guests you bring on, searchability in directories, what you cover, and more. In this lesson, we're going to identify and set goals, conduct a self-assessment, and help you choose and refine the topic for your show. Before we dive in, it's important that we take a step back and ask why. Why are you starting a podcast? Ask yourself this question. What's the driving reason behind your podcast creation? Understanding and defining the why behind your podcast has several benefits. It will ensure that your podcast can reach its full potential. It gives you clarity on what to prioritize, and it allows you to understand how you measure progress. Once this is established, the pragmatics of the who, what, when, where, and how will fall into place. Here are 3 questions that you can ask to help you identify and set some clear goals for your podcast. Number 1, what's the main purpose of your podcast? Number 2, what's the main value that it will provide your listeners? And number 3, what milestones do you hope to achieve over the next 6 months? These 3 questions, they may seem simple, but when analyzed and explored beyond face value, you can really set and identify some clear and specific goals for your podcast. Diving deeper into these questions will help you develop content that cuts through the noise and the clutter that's already out there. Be specific, thoughtful, and intentional as you're answering these questions. And getting beyond the face value of your why will help you to maintain consistency in your content creation. Because whenever we really believe in something, we put our actions behind it. And not just our actions, but our best efforts. Let the answers to these questions be the North Star as you stay focused on the why behind your podcast. Come back to these questions each month as needed. Evaluate your purpose, the value that you're providing your audience, and the goals that you set for your show. Try to be as specific as possible with these initial goals that you set. For example, rather than saying grow sales leads for my business, you could say grow sales leads for my business by 5% over the next 6 months. The goals that you set will help you set expectations as to what success looks like for you. The success of your show will look unique, so I want to encourage you to resist the urge to compare your podcast to the downloads or success of others. And if you are going to go down that rabbit trail, at least wait until you've been consistently podcasting for 6 months to give yourself a fair chance. Here's one pro tip. If you're a visionary, you may already have goals and big dreams that realistically may take you years to accomplish. That's great. But for now, I want to encourage you to focus on the initial 6 to 12 month goals that you have for your podcast. Long-term goals can be great, but they can also distract us from the here and now. I know this from experience. These long-term goals, they can start to feel overwhelming as I practically examine all the logistical steps that are required to get there. So write down these long-term goals, but keep them separate from these initial goals that you're setting. All right, in this next exercise, I'm going to help you determine the topic for your podcast by completing a self-assessment. The following questions can be found in the self-assessment PDF in this lesson. If doing a self-assessment feels uncomfortable or awkward for you, I suggest that you slow down as you work through this. Don't rush it. Sit with the questions, give yourself some time to reflect, and answer the questions with honesty. Be aware if the self-critic comes up. Number 1, what topics am I most excited about? Think about what excites you right now. What are you reading about, watching YouTube videos about, thinking about whenever you're driving in your car or going to bed? List any topics that hold significant interest to you. They don't even have to be related. Think of this as more of a brainstorming or whiteboarding exercise. Anything goes. Number 2, what topics can I discuss or talk about extensively? Now look at your list and filter it through this question. Ask yourself, do I enjoy talking about this with others? Do I find that I have a lot to say on this topic? Do I seek out experts to help me learn more about this? Do I have extensive education, research, or experience on this topic? Maybe it's a topic or a skill that's always come easy for you, while others find it hard or complex. Don't underestimate or undervalue your experience. Number 3, what unique value or perspective do you have on this topic? Maybe this is a personal challenge that you've overcome, or a big part of your story in some way. Maybe you've lived this topic in a way that makes your insights unique. Maybe you have valuable knowledge or a contrarian view with insights that you want to share with the world. Just as any other published work, your own unique flair will be filtered into your topic. At this point, you should have a list of topics. I want you to rank this list in order. Ask yourself, which topic will allow me the best chance to achieve the goals that I have for my podcast? Once you have your list, you'll want to familiarize yourself with what's out there, what's already been published in your category or on your topic. Podcast directories like Spotify and Apple have different categories. Categories help listeners discover new podcasts that they might be interested in. Pull up your favorite podcast app and take some time to browse the categories. You can also search for your topic that you plan to cover. Try to determine one or two categories that you think your podcast might best fit in. Now take some time browsing what's already been done in this category. Check out a few shows in your favorite listening app. Don't be discouraged if you find a show that's similar in concept or topic to yours. Read the show description, and I want to encourage you to listen to an episode or two. As you're listening to this show, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Number 1, what do I like about this show? Number 2, what parts seemed unnecessary or did not add value to the listener? Number 3, what would have made the show better? And number 4, how can I differentiate my show to add a unique value to this niche or audience? This exercise can be a very helpful tool that can help spark new ideas and allow you to set your show apart and provide unique value to your audience. Choosing a topic for your podcast is not rocket science, but it does require some consideration and thoughtfulness. I want to share 4 pillars that can really help bring your podcast idea to life. To help you remember this, it spells idea: impact, depth, engage, and authenticity. Idea. Number 1, impact. You want your podcast to have a positive impact on your audience by being relevant and addressing their interests or problems. What needs will your show meet, and what solutions will it provide for your audience? Is it worth their time to tune in each week? Think of ways that you can provide real value and have a positive impact on your audience. Number 2, depth. To ensure that your concept can go the distance, you want to make sure that you examine the depth and richness of your podcast subject and its capacity to sustain engaging content over time. Could you make at least 100 episodes on this subject or concept that you have? If the answer is no, could you see it naturally flowing into a related subject or category? You want to try to stay the course on your initial subject or category that you launch with. However, there may come a time whenever you decide to pivot a bit or expand your initial concept. This isn't uncommon for podcasters, especially once they get more experience and feedback under their belt. Number 3, engage. You want your content to be engaging, and you want to engage your listeners. One great way you can do this is to ask your listeners to submit questions to you and publish a Q&A episode where you answer their questions. This is a great way to engage your listeners and can be applied to many different types of podcasts, from true crime to subject matter experts to entertainment. Always think of ways that you can create engaging content and engage with your audience. Number 4, authenticity. You're unique, and your podcast will be a reflection of you. Don't be afraid to be yourself and find your unique voice. In doing so, you'll find an audience that connects with and resonates with the real you. Don't be afraid to draw inspiration from other creators that you look up to. But in doing so, just make sure that you add your unique flair and voice to your content. As you move on, I want to encourage you to keep these pillars top of mind. And always remember to provide impact, pick a concept with depth, engage listeners, and be authentic and true to yourself. These guiding pillars will not let you down or lead you astray on your podcast journey.